What's going on, everybody? My name is CD. Today we are talking about the Diamond LMGs. Not a terrible class of weapons in Cold War. I know in some games LMGs just really aren't up to par, and then in some games they're just a little bit OP. But you don't really think about an LMG as the best weapon because the cons are pretty bad. So being very slow to ADS, slow sprint to fire, they just aren't the best mobile weapons for the usual objective gameplay. But if you're just camping and going for them gold, they're really not that bad. The Stoner, the RPD, the M60, personally I think that the Stoner is by far the best LMG. At least that's the one that I felt like was the best. I could even see it almost being like an AR. And then the M60, by far the worst, a lot of recoil, and just seems slower than all the rest, and a terrible iron sight. If you guys are trying to get the LMGs gold yourself, I have a video out for each of them. Check out those gold gun videos. I go into the class, the attachments that I used, as well as some tips and tricks on each camo and kind of the difficult ones and how you can complete them. For each diamond video, I wanted to show you guys a class that I think is probably the best out of that class if you're trying to use an LMG in pubs. This right here, I would say, is probably the best one to use. So as I said, personally, I think the Stoner was the best LMG. And then as a secondary, if you guys don't already have the launchers gold, but you're thinking about maybe going for DM Ultra, getting all of the guns gold, throw a launcher on your back. It'll help you out and you will be glad you did it once you actually try and get the launchers gold, as they are just a long grind. Throw it on your back, and if a UAV comes up, shoot it down. A care package comes in, shoot it down. Be helpful to your team, and you can get some of these challenges started. Everything else is really personal preferences, kind of the default setup that I've been running in Cold War. So tactical, stim shot, lethal semtex, and then field upgrade, a trophy system. And then for perks, I'm running Perk Greed Wildcard, which gives you 6 perks. So I have Tac and Flak, Scavenger, Assassin, Ghost, and Ninja. For the attachments on the Stoner here, for the Optic, I'm running the Vision Tech 2x sight. The sight, if you haven't tried it, try it out. It's pretty good. As I've said in the previous videos, there is no Microflex LED sight for the LMGs. We only get like this Cobra red dot, the Millstop reflex, which isn't terrible, the Quick Dot LED, which I really don't like, but there really is no great red dot sight. So I just went with the Vision Tech 2x sight since I was really just camping down hallways anyway, and it seemed to work pretty well. The sight is not that bad. For the barrel, I'm using the last one. The extra damage is going to help you out a ton. 21.8-inch task force barrel. This is going to help you out a ton, especially if you're playing core. If you're playing hardcore, it doesn't really matter here. You could probably even just use this one, some more effective damage range. But once you get this last one, great gun in core. For the body, interestingly, I'm using the Ember sighting point, that last laser. I just tried it out for that reveal distance and ended up actually really liking it, as well as that extra hipfire will help you out in those close range gunfights that you usually probably would lose with an LMG. But it is hurting your ADS and sprint to fire time, so if you don't want that as much, you can do either this one, the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser sight, which gives you that extra hipfire. Still does hurt your ADS time, but everything is, unless you just go with the steady aim laser. For the underbarrel, we're using the field agent grip to help out that vertical and horizontal recoil. It's kind of a staple that I use on a lot of weapons if it's offered. And then finally, for the handle, I'm using the last one, the airborne elastic wrap. I'm trying to help that ADS time as much as possible. We also get flinch resistance and aim while going prone. Don't know if those are very helpful, but this is the most ADS time that we can get. If you don't like those cons or whatever, you can just use the speed tape. A little bit of ADS time, no cons, not that bad. But that is basically it for the Diamond LMGs. If you guys do have any questions, you guys can put them in the comments down below. We're just gonna keep moving on with gold guns. I think we have snipers, subs, and the M79 left. Maybe I'm missing one, but I think that is it. If you guys did enjoy the video, click that like button down below. So if you have not already, and we'll see you guys later.